believe I'm putting this on the internet right now. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do some skincare today. I have been wanting to try out these new Be Pure bubbling masks, and we're gonna try it on camera to get my first impressions on these. And I guess this is like a Pina Colada inspired scent. It says you're supposed to clean your face, which I already did. And it doesn't say what this one... Actually, you know what? It said something on the top and I completely ripped it off. So this is supposed to be a hydrating face mask. And I definitely need some hydration today. So it looks like I'm already seeing some bubbles on the mask. Ooh, it smells like coconut. So I used to hate face masks. I have always felt weird like about the texture of them, and they don't always fit my face, which is why I never used them, but they're starting to grow on me. I don't know which way it is. So we're just gonna go ahead and put it on. Oh my god, this is so cold. Okay. Can you guys take me seriously with this on? The texture is kind of like soapy feeling. My hands are like really tacky. I don't like that. But I guess we're gonna go ahead and leave this on. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm putting this on the internet right now. This is what it takes to be beautiful, I guess. I did see bubbles when I pulled it out of the package. See how there's like bubbles here? But it doesn't really feel like bubbly on the face. This is my first time ever using like a bubbling kind of skincare product. And I'm not really feeling any bubbles right now. But this mask smells really good. It smells exactly like coconut. So that mask actually kind of dried out on me a little bit. I feel like maybe giving it 10 minutes would have been enough, but my face feels kind of like cold and sticky. It doesn't say if I'm supposed to wash this product off, but I am going to just clean my face with a toner. It feels kind of sticky. What I did is I took my Micellar cleansing water and I just kind of cleaned off my face, and it feels a little better. Yeah, that mask is definitely sticky. And now that I have that on, I'm going to be taking my Rose Jelly Eye Mask. So this is what the product looks like. The container is really nice. And you have a little spoolie here. And you have your pack of eye gels. Okay, so these rose eye gels are definitely a lot thicker than the last ones. And I'm just going to put some on the eye. I think they go like this. I don't know, I kind of like wearing them the other way because that little tail kind of pokes my eyeball. Okay, these are definitely moisturizing. Yeah, that felt really good for the under eyes. For the puffiness, I'm not sure if I noticed anything. But it felt really cooling for the skin. Yeah, and it made my eyes feel really nice. My eyes definitely do feel hydrated. I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the Spa Luxury Cabana Kiwi Body Cream. And I've been wanting to try this. Recently, Dollar Tree released 3 new body lotion scents, and it looks like it's a summer collection. I'm gonna see if I can find the other 2 and put them on the screen here. But the one that I picked up was the Cabana Kiwi, and this is an ultra moisture body lotion. And in the bottle, it smells really delicious. Like, definitely a fruity summer scent. It is kind of like coconutty and like sweet and coconutty, and I definitely smell the kiwi in there. It's amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and put some on the arms. Ooh, this is so moisturizing. Wow, this is really nice. Okay, this scent right here is seriously one of the best like body lotion scents at Dollar Tree. Oh my god, I have to pick up more. It's definitely a little bit lighter once you put it on your skin. I feel like it smells strong. I feel like it smells stronger when you smell it in the container, but this kind of reminds me of something from Bath and Body Works. I don't know exactly like what type of scent, but I don't know. It smells like, this just smells really fruity and summery. This is really good. Yeah, this is really good. I'm honestly shocked. Like, when it comes to like Dollar Tree lotions, I used to stay away from them because I thought they were like too watery and like they didn't really like smell. Like, they smelled either too cheap or they just smelled like gross or something. So if I were to rate this right now, it makes my skin feel really nice and it smells amazing. This is definitely an 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna have to try the other 2 scents, but these are pretty good. Like, I feel like I'm wearing something from Bath and Body Works. Now, I'm not saying it's better than Bath and Body Works, but it's close enough that it just smells like a Bath and Body Works scent, but it's on the lighter side. So you guys should definitely check those out. So for today's makeup look, this is gonna kind of be like an unplanned type of look. I actually had this idea while I was sleeping. It kind of came to me like in my head, or I don't know if I was dreaming it, but I couldn't stop thinking of it the next day, and I'm like, you know what, we're gonna do this makeup look. So we're gonna be playing with the Lizzie McGuire palette today, and we're gonna be creating an all orange makeup look. And this idea was probably inspired by my Lizzie palette that I got this year. So we're just going to dig in. So I'm gonna be using my Lizzie Mcquire Profusion palette, my Revolution Bird of Paradise, and my Dollar Tree Mercerie Palette. We're going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to basically use this as a base shade. This orange is really light, but I like using it for like orange bases. So we're just going to apply that all over the lids. And whatever we do on the eye, we're going to repeat on the lower lash line. And I'm not going to be using any other colors for this look. It's just all orange. Yeah, as you can see, this Dollar Tree palette is definitely really light. So I don't really use it as like the main eyeshadow color. So I might even use the shimmer in the Nomad palette for the orange, this one right here. So we might do that towards the end. But for now, I think I'm just going to take this shade in Toucan Play. And I'm going to be using this as an outer corner shade. Oh yeah, that is so pretty. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of buff out that outer corner. And I definitely want to add more color to the outer edges. But I'm going to do that right after I apply my makeup. Just because I don't want to be dealing with like any fallout. And I'm going to go in with my Lizzie Profusion palette. And we're going to dip into the shade called Kate. And this is just kind of, actually this is kind of like a nude color. But yeah, it's kind of like a nude color, but we're just going to put that right here. And then I'm going to kind of blend those colors together. And then I'm going to be taking this shade here in Haunted Happenings. And I'm just going to apply it on the lids. Kind of like deepen out that orange a little bit. I really love how that turned out. So I actually really love how the eyes turned out. And I guess we're going to apply some shimmers. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the outer corners. I am going to be taking my Nomad palette and apply this shade here. I'm going to be using this brush right here. Oh yeah, this is going exactly how I envisioned it. This is so pretty. We're just gonna kind of blend a little bit. And then for my outer corner, I'm gonna be using this shade in Witching Hour. And this is like a very light orange shimmer. And we're just gonna apply it to the other half of the lid. And then we're gonna slightly blend those colors. And then I'm just kind of packing in more colors with my fingertips. Oh yeah, look at that. The thing about these shimmers in here is I love that if you want just like subtle shimmer, then you can just apply it with a brush and it'll turn out like this. But if you want something that really pops, you just use your fingertips and it just like really pops. I love that. I am obsessed with this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of the makeup and then we will finish the eyes. For the blush, we're using the Be Pure Lip Jelly and Cheek Tint, and I'm just going to be using this for my blush today. And this is definitely going to be a lighter blush. I swatched it out on my last Dollar Tree video. Yeah, that's very light. It's pretty, but it's very light. And you can build it up a little bit, but yeah, this is pretty light. And I know I can technically put it on top, but I feel like it's better using jelly tints with, like, before you put on your powders. We're just going to blend that in. Yeah, that's a really pretty color. We're just gonna go back into that Toucan Play and my Revolution palette and apply that shade. And I did say I want to have like a transitional color on the outer part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this yellow right here, and this is in the shade Canary. And I'm going to be taking a very little bit. And apply that to the outer edges. Honestly, I should have done this before I applied the shimmer, but that is completely okay. We're going to be going back in with that palette and Kate. And we're just going to apply that right here. And then I'm going to mix the shades together. And then taking a big brush, I'm just going to blend that color out. And then we're going to be taking a little bit of that Harvest Moon orange shimmer in the Nomad palette and apply right over the top of that yellow. And I'm actually going to be going over that blush shade just because I want a little bit more color. And I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Medium Coral. I'm definitely on the hunt for another coral blush so I can kind of replace this one. This one's kind of getting old on me. Kind of makes me break out a little bit, so I just think it's a little old. But I'm just kind of applying that. Okay, that's perfect. So for my eyelashes, I use my Essence Lash Without Limits waterproof eyelash, waterproof mascara. And then for my lips, I kind of kept it simple. I'm using the Rimmel London Tiramisu long lasting lip pencil, and then I'm using the LA Colors lip crayon in the shade Lover. And this created a really beautiful neutral lip. And this is the completed look, and I absolutely love it. I feel like it's so summery, it's so bright and colorful. And I really loved how I added the touch of yellow on the outer edges. I feel like I kind of made it pop. And yeah, I'm obsessed with this. So this blush, I do like the color. However, it's very, very light. My only complaint is I wish it was just a little bit darker. I feel like this Be Pure blush is not as buildable as the other tinted blushes I have in my collection. It goes on very light, but I feel like this is a good product for someone who is just maybe wearing like wet makeup, like just like a foundation without powder, kind of like an on-the-go kind of look. But if you want to wear it over powder, maybe pair it with like an orange highlighter or blush, just a little bit to get more of like that color. It's not bad, but it's definitely on the lighter side, and I kind of like to go heavy-handed on my blushes. But overall, this is a great blush. I'm definitely going to be using it this summer and in the fall as well. And yeah, I think it's really pretty. I feel like it went perfectly with this look because it did not take away from the eyeshadow at all. So I really love it. So as always, thank you so much for watching my video today. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And before you go, make sure you are kind to people. Make sure you're kind to yourself. Make sure you stay hydrated out there. Make sure you go hug your animals. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.